NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. This program furnished by Sporting Goods, 23 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Call 724-658-2535. These fine businesses provided funding for this program. Gatherings, Town and Country, and On Target.
And welcome to the Cedars Sports Corner, everybody. I'm Alex Laverson, and with me is our producer, Mr. Angelo Parada.
Shotgun round.
Shotgun round. Again, 2 games season. You know, you're going to have your streaks where you win a lot. You're going to have your streaks, obviously, where you lose a lot in a row. So, I'm not, like, getting too excited. I think it's just by the 2 games.
They won 6 games.
And that's good. And that's good. Sample size before. I can say, oh, here come the Pirates.
So defeated in July. Only could come up with 3 wins. They can count them down every day. There's only been wins in July. That would have been your fire of the month. They just got their 3rd win in August. So they're averaging 3 wins a month. I think it's time for a fire.
I would agree. Now that's a sample. Programs ESPN came out with. I can't find right. I'll talk about it in the next one. I do know is that Alabama one spot, and they gave your that
there's Alabama is a Southern tradition. Not going to take away from them, but and here's the but. You 50 years really doesn't matter.
Well, if you're talking all the time, it does, it does matter. That's important part.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I just want the Irish to do it here.
Over. So, more championships in Notre Dame all together. I still think it's the bigger, more prestige brand Notre Dame in college football.
Because it's a relationship. They play my money town last week.
They played town last week? Yeah. So Iowa State was in at number 3. And, yeah, Urban Fire, again, this is another decent 6 thing since 2000.
Just because I think it's a tussle. And tell you who I think it's a tussle between. It's a tussle between Alabama and USC. Title.
USC program programs. You know,
So
carry both.
that backs me. You got Notre Dame, USC. That puts me at number 4. Number 4, I would concur with Ohio State.
You put 5. Penn State comes in at number 12 on this list,
Which is very unfair.
mm-hmm.
Even though they played Union Porter Junior team, who's there.
At number 12 on the list, and from what I'm reading here, is because of the scandal of 2011 that obviously, you know, kind of, you know, put down. But that's not on-field success and wins.
Go. Okay, my number 8 spot, okay, would have to shift.
Are we teams like Harm, Dakota State? Fan base and all of
They're the Penn State of the Midwest,
okay.
and that is a compliment.
Mm-hmm. I remember when 2004, I had season tickets to pick games. Me would always go to Heinz. So when they impress, it's just
program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
This program was provided through funding from Cedars Restaurant in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. A special thanks to Cedars, featuring Middle Eastern, Italian, and American cuisine.
And welcome back to the Cedar Sports Corner, everybody, for our second segment of the show. And we're
And now, I want to change. I'm giving you a shotgun fantasy football.
Okay. Fantasy football. What do you want to know about it?
Where do you think Antonio Brown fits in?
I don't draft him. Like, I don't. Like, look, for all we know, he could come out and have 1,700 receiving yards, 20 touchdowns. You don't know. But the thing is, right now, at this point in time, he is so much of a risk. He seems to have mental health problems. He really does. Like, I'm not even just saying, he seems to have legitimate mental health issues. And I mean, you have to also wonder his commitment to the Raiders. I'm wondering, is it like sitting in like, oh God, now I'm with the Raiders, you know? So, you know, this you would think by now this helmet thing would go away, and it's not. You know, like, he's still perseverating on it. And, I mean, come on, man. He seems like a crybaby. He seems crazy. Him and that stupid little yellow mustache of his. And he is...
Now, I have a real left field question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Giants and their quarterback situation?
I mean, some people still want Eli Manning.
Well, do you drop Eli?
I mean, I think it's, at this point, like, it's 2019. You had him since 2004. He's been there for 15 years. It's either you're gonna have to make the switch.
Is he trade bait?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even if he's not, you know, putting up great numbers, he's still a name. Someone's gonna take a shot on him.
Is he something you put behind Big Ben?
No, because you don't need two veteran personalities in there. You don't need Eli Manning in his camp and Ben Roethlisberger in his camp. That's just too much. The Steelers do, I'll tell you what, need to kind of get a more solid backup, because I feel like if there's any situation this year where they have to give meaningful snaps to Mason Rudolph or Josh Dobbs, they're in a big load of trouble.
Well, that's why I said, what are you doing?
You know, so Josh Dobbs is that player who kind of comes in for, you know, a spark. You know, you need pickup yards, maybe get him in for a 20-yard run or something. You know, remember Cordell Stewart, like, the end of his career in Pittsburgh, they would bring him in for a spark. You know what I mean? And he would get you a little bit of yards here and there to get the momentum going. That's all you're going to get of Josh Dobbs. And Mason Rudolph, I mean, look, if he's the heir apparent to Big Ben, you know, I'm not seeing it, but yeah, at the same time, it's only been a couple of years.
Okay, here's a question. Steelers first, Browns second. Is this the year Buffalo makes a move?
Well, I think we talked about this last show, and just because and I'm gonna still stick to my guns, just because of the division they're in. You know, if they can get if they can find a way to get 9-10 wins, sneak into the wild card playoff spot, then great. Then again, maybe there's also the year the Patriots finally like crumble and deteriorate and they age, and you know with Brady age, I don't know. You feel like Brady's gonna be like 102 and still playing good football.
Is it true the Jets have an unlisted number? They don't want to play. I mean, they won 22-10 over Atlanta. But what Jets team is going to show up? The Jets will have a great season, and you'll think, this is it. They're going to turn the corner. And all of a sudden, they do. They turn the corner and put the car in the garage and shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just another franchise I just never really liked. Although I did like Curtis Martin for obvious reasons.
I'm a Jets guy, but I just wonder when they're going to come out of the hangar and show us the new improved Jets.
See, if I was to say that, if I was to say, oh, I'm a Jets guy, you'd throw your hands in the air, you'd be like, oh, now he's a Jets fan. First he was a Browns fan, and now he's a Jets fan. He says he's a Steeler fan.
We already know you're a Cleveland fan.
No, I am not. I like the Cleveland Cavaliers, but that's it.
This program furnished by the MAD Unit, Mobile Auto Detailing. See Michael Sad at themadunit.com. Holy snowman, it's the Turf Bar, home of great sandwiches, appetizers, tacos, you name it, they have it at the Turf Bar. It's just the right food. You'll enjoy those special drinks. They're there too. And get that nice cold beverage, relax, enjoy the Turf Bar. If you ain't there, you should be. Hello, friends. Pinella Brothers, 1701 Hamilton Street, provided funding for this program. Great food and drink, Pinella Brothers.
And welcome back to the Cedars Sports Corner for our third and final segment.
Where we're doing shotgun.
Shotgun, which is Angelo's term of surprise sports topic we're going to talk about. So, Angelo, your term, that's your term.
Okay, you hockey puck. Guess what? We're 6 weeks away from preseason NHL hockey. Can the Pens recover from last year?
Of course they can. Anytime you've got the talent they have, the all-world talent, of course they can. And honestly, I just don't want the Caps to win another. God, do I hate Ovechkin and the Caps. Do you think, the recent things that happen in sports stick into our minds the most because they just happened, obviously. So, Crosby's been known as the face of the NHL since he's come into the league. Ovechkin was right there. Now that Ovechkin has the most recent Stanley Cup, do you think people look at him as the face of the NHL now?
No.
I don't think so either.
Because, Ovechkin, God bless you. Sounds like you sneezed. Okay, and I think people still want to see Pittsburgh win, no matter what it is. Now, they've spent a long time waiting for the Pirates. However, the Steelers and the Pens seem to be that heartthrob.
Well,
I think there's heartthrobs.
Well,
I think the Yankees are a heartthrob. I think the Dodgers and the Mets are heartthrobs. I think the Steelers and the Pens and the Cowboys, even though Jerry Jones is doing what he does, and
traditional
like the Packers, those are heartthrobs.
blue blood franchises.
Yeah. Now, here's my question. Speaking of Jerry Jones, are the Cowboys back?
I think we talked about this last show. I mean, I hope they are. I'd like to see the NFL's better when the Cowboys are good. And also, like I said last show, it's like, how long has it been since they won a playoff game? God, what? It wasn't when they beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl, was it? I don't. It was.
It's been a while.
Actually, you know what? I'll take the Google.
I want to ask you something though, because I was asking you if it's the Bills' year. The Bills and the Patriots both 2-0. Now here's something interesting. The Steelers, the Ravens, and the Browns, all 2-0. The Bungles still bungling.
I don't know why you take preseason wins to heart so much. I mean,
No, but you gotta say they won. It's rhythm.
I guess so. If you want to look at it that way.
Okay. The Colts, excuse me. The Colts 0-2, and I think that's dangerous for the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in the West, you've got the 2-0 Raiders. That may just be because of the coach.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking here, and it looks like the last time the Cowboys won a playoff game was January 28th, 1996, against the Eagles. If I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
It's been that long ago. Now, in the AFC or in the NFC, you still think the class of the NFC is the Vikings?
I don't know if I'd say they're a class. I think they're the best team in their division. Also, I feel like the rest of the teams in that division really don't impress me either. I mean, the Bears and Lions, the Packers, I feel like it could be really hit or miss. So, I mean, yeah, actually, the last time the Cowboys won a playoff game was against the Vikings on that December 28, 1996 in the wild card playoff. So it wasn't the Eagles, it was the Vikings. My correction there. Let's see. Can our viewers see this?
No.
Okay, they can. Well, we're looking at records. Last year, current records for all the teams in the NFL. I guess they're going by preseason wins. But the Rams, I still think the Rams come out, win the NFC West, and I just want Aaron Donald to win a Super Bowl. He's going to be the best defensive player of all time. And I'm sure I sound like such a homer. He's so good. If you look at his highlights, Ange, he's a smaller defensive lineman.
Would you take him in fantasy football?
Well, the thing is, in fantasy football, you usually don't take defensive players, you usually take defensive teams. But there are some leagues where you take a defensive player. But yes, absolutely. And you know what we should do? We should have a fantasy football draft show, I feel like.
Well, we're going to have to do that next time. Let me just ask you before we close, who's your Super Bowl teams? Super Bowl's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we did this last show, but I think I'm going to go. I think the Steelers are going to win it all. And I'm going to get the Rams. Rams, Steelers win.
Holy cow. He was looking at my nose.
Yeah, you're coach, right?
You know, well, till next time.
Until next time, everybody. Also, keep